In this video, I want to talk about how you can improve your photography and also your style, how you can find your own unique style in photography. Step 1. So first you must identify what is success for you. What is the best work you can do? And for me, personally, the primary definition of success is that I should be able to do work that when I look at it, I enjoy it. I like what I see. I feel proud of it. I feel that it is in harmony with my gut feeling of what good photography should be and what I enjoy looking at. That is my definition of success. And then I can only hope that other people will also find it beautiful and be willing to like it and share it on social media or even buy it. But I think you can never really go anywhere as a photographer unless you have a very strong gut feeling or feeling in your heart of what is good art. And your mission basically, I think, as an artist is to try to reach that point where you make art that you feel is 100% really good, perfect. And of course we never go all the way there, but we will strive towards reaching that point. So how do we do that? Step 2. I think it all begins with finding art that you love and that you find beautiful and enjoyable or interesting to look at. And of course, everyone's definition of what is beautiful art is very different. So what should you do? I think you should go to a website like 500px or Flickr or Instagram and just browse. Browse through art, photography for hours. And every time you find something that you feel immediately, this is good. This is something that speaks to me. This is something I like. This is something I find beautiful. Then just save it. Do a screenshot or right-click save as, or if you are an NFT collector as me, I collected some art recently on Nunk. You can collect very cheap NFTs there. Then collect it, buy it from the artist and build a small collection. It could be a folder on your computer or in your phone or whatever, where you collect maybe 10, 20, 30 photographs that you really love, that you really think are great, and the kind of art that you aspire to make yourself one day. So that is step 2 in this process. Collect some art that you really love. And step 3 is to identify your own best work. What are the 10, 20, 25 photos that you are the most proud of, the most happy with, that you consider your best work? I actually stumbled upon this step-by-step process by accident because I built my profile on Nunk, the NFT marketplace. And when you do that, you tend to mint some of your own work. You want to put up some of your own work for sale. And then you of course tend to pick the work that you love the most, that you're most happy with. So I did that. I took some of my best photos that I consider the best photos and I put them up there for sale. And at the same time, you want to collect art that you think is great on a place like Nunk. And I did that the other day. I collected some artworks that I really love. I bought them and then it hit me. And this is step 4. I looked at the art I had collected and then I flipped over to the page where my art is shown, and it was very obvious to me that there are some major differences here. And the first difference that stood out to me was the colors. When I look at the colors in my own work, they are a lot brighter and harsher and more to like very strong yellow tones and dark tones. And when I look at the art I collected, it is more like softer colors, more in harmony with each other, more towards purple and blue and pink. And then it hit me that maybe this is the next step I should take in my own photography, to try to edit my photos more in this direction, the colors I love collecting myself. And I tried that with one of my photos, the photo of Corona beer that I took like a year ago when the COVID situation broke out. I had edited before once in my usual editing style, and now I tried my best to edit it in the style of the photos that I had collected, that I love. I tried to edit it more in that kind of colors, and I really loved the result. I was so happy about it, and that gave me the idea to make this video. So step 4 is basically to put your work, your best work, side by side with the work that you love, that you aspire to do, and just look at it side by side and try to find the most obvious difference between them. For me, it was the colors and the color tones. Of course, there are other differences as well, but for me, that was like the main thing that stood out, the first thing to try to change in my own work. And that is step 5 in this process. Identify the number one thing, and I think it's actually good to focus on one thing at a time. Identify the number one thing that sets your work apart from the work you aspire to do, the work that you love, and try to improve that. For me, it was the colors. It was pretty simple to try to change a bit the way I edit my photos and the kind of colors I try to bring out. I tried now to do my colors a little bit more muted and a little bit softer and more towards the tones that I like. And that was the first step for me. And then you can, of course, repeat the whole process. Maybe when I nail the editing of the colors in the way I like it, then maybe the next step is to look at other things such as composition and maybe the kind of subjects I shoot, whatever it might be. But I think this is a great framework to look at your art objectively, compare it to the art that really speaks to your heart, and try to take your art in one step in that direction. And I will definitely do more of this in the future to try to improve my own work and to try to develop my own style. And the point with this is, of course, not to try to copy other people. It is more to have a structured way of getting inspired and to move your work in the direction you want it to move. Of course, you should still try to find your own style in all of this, but I think it's very hard not to do that. This is more like a tool to get inspired and to move your art forward in a structured way. If you did like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I post exclusive videos there once a month and other behind the scenes content. And also please check out my NFT collection. I have NFTs now on Foundation, very soon at least, on Hicket Nunk and also on OpenSea. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon again. Over and out. Bye bye.